What if we tell you that there was a time when the NBA was boring, unpopular, and plagued by drugs and violence? A time when the league was on the verge of collapse and the fans were losing interest. This is the story of the worst era in NBA history. The NBA is the most popular basketball league in the world, where the best players and teams compete for championship. However, not every team or season is successful, and some are even considered the worst in NBA history. The 1960s was a transformative period for the NBA, with the league expanding from 9 teams at the start of the decade to 14 by the end. However, it was also a time when many players faced significant challenges that sometimes affected their commitment to the game. One of the primary reasons was the financial aspect. During the 1960s, the salaries of the NBA players were not as lucrative as they are today. Many players earned a modest income, which was often not enough to sustain them and their families throughout the year. As a result, some players had to take up off-season jobs to supplement their income, which could affect their commitment to the game. Another factor was the physical toll of the game. The NBA schedule was grueling, with teams often playing back-to-back games and sometimes 3 games in 3 nights. This could lead to fatigue and injuries, which could affect a player's performance and their willingness to play. Racial discrimination was also a significant issue during this period. Many African American players faced racial prejudice and discrimination both on and off the court. This could affect their morale and their commitment to the game. Despite these challenges, many players showed remarkable resilience and dedication to the sport. They played with passion and determination, often overcoming significant obstacles to achieve success on the court. Their performance helped to elevate the status of the NBA and paved the way for the success and popularity of the league today. However, it's important to note that not all players were disinterested or uncommitted. Many players were highly dedicated to the sport and put in considerable effort to improve their skills and performance. They trained hard, played with passion, and showed a high level of commitment to the game. The early 2010s also saw some other teams that had terrible seasons, such as the 2009-10 New Jersey Nets, the 2012-13 Orlando Magic, the 2013-14 Milwaukee Bucks, and the 2014-15 New York Knicks. These teams all won less than 20 games and had some of the worst point differentials in the league. They also had some of the worst rosters, with players who were either past their prime, injured, or inexperienced. These teams also had bad luck, as they did not get the first pick in the draft, which went to teams like the Washington Wizards, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Minnesota Timberwolves again. The worst era in NBA history was a dark time for many fans, who had to endure watching their teams lose game after game and missed out on the chance to get better through the draft. The worst era in NBA history is a reminder of how hard it is to win in the NBA and how much luck, skill, and management are involved. It is also a reminder of how quickly things can change in the NBA and how teams can go from the bottom to the top or vice versa in a matter of years. The worst era in NBA history is also a lesson for fans who should appreciate the good times and hope for the best in the bad times. The NBA is a league of highs and lows, and the worst era in NBA history is a part of his history. In the worst seasons, these 2 players were exceptional in doing their jobs, and they took the NBA to the next level and at the same time gained more popularity than Michael Jordan or Oscar Robertson. Let's start with Michael Jordan. He is widely recognized as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Despite having a few challenging seasons, his skill and determination never wavered. In the 2002-3 season, Jordan's team, the Washington Wizards, had a disappointing record of 37-45, which was the worst in his career. However, even in this difficult season, Jordan's performance stood out. In one instance, he participated in a 3-point shooting contest in 1990 in Miami and scored only 5 points, marking a career-low performance. Despite this, he was still enjoying the best 3-point shooting season of his career career at the time. His performance in the contest was a stark contrast to his season performance, where he achieved a shooting percentage of 37.6%, making 92 out of 245 attempts from beyond the arc. Jordan's popularity can be attributed to his exceptional skills, charismatic personality, and his ability to perform under pressure. He joined the Chicago Bulls in 1984 and quickly emerged as a league star, entertaining crowds with his prolific scoring while gaining a reputation as one of the game's best defensive players. His shoes, Air Jordans, became a symbol of pop culture and contributed significantly to his global popularity. His name became a symbolic brand that represents greatness. He led the Chicago Bulls to 6 National Basketball Association championships, which further solidified his status as one of the greatest players in the history of sport. Now let's talk about Oscar Robertson. Known as the Big O, Robertson is considered one of the most versatile players in the history of basketball. Despite having some tough seasons, his performance was consistently impressive. In his rookie year, the 1960-61 season, his team, the Cincinnati Royals, had a record of 33-46, which was second worst in the 8-team league. However, Robertson's excellence shone through. He averaged 30.5 points, 10.1 rebounds, and 9.7 assists per game in his rookie season, an impressive feat for any player. Robertson's popularity grew due to his remarkable skills and groundbreaking achievements. He was the first player in NBA history to average a triple-double for a season, a feat he accomplished in the 1961-62 season. This achievement alone set him apart and garnered him significant attention. He was a 12-time All-Star, 11-time member of the All-NBA team, and 1-time winner of the MVP award in 14 seasons. In the 1970-71 NBA season, he was a key player on the team that brought the Milwaukee Bucks their first NBA title. His playing career, especially during high school and college, was plagued by racism, and his ability to overcome these challenges and excel in his sport made him a role model for many. Both Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson had their share of challenging seasons. However, their exceptional skills, determination, and ability to perform under pressure allowed them to shine even in the face of adversity. Their achievements on the court, coupled with their impact off the court, contributed to their enduring popularity. But how did the NBA survive this dark period? What were the factors that led to its revival and transformation? And who were the heroes and villains that shaped the league's destiny? Comment down your thoughts on this topic of the worst era of the NBA. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.